Hey everybody, welcome back to STARDEUS. Hope you're having a sweet day. I've built this area over here because we're gonna have another shuttle. So we're gonna get 2 shuttles going. I think it'll dramatically speed up how fast we progress through this game. Just a little bit here. I'm going to real quick go ahead and connect these wall switches up because I've gone ahead and building these 2. And so this wall switch will go to there, and then this will connect to there, and then we can also, connect that one up, and then we get to the lights, and then that switch goes to the light. You see what I'm doing? Just a nice big chain. And again, I hope to eventually replace most of these. I can't do all of them because some of them, like this one here, could be replaced. But some of them, like this one here, it needs to reach out here and this way. And then these ones are really far away, so then I need one of these to reach that. And I kind of want armor on the outside hull, so I don't want to put the wall switches in like that. But for the most part, we're just kind of making sure that everything is connected with these wall switches and we can get this stuff turned on. So this is where my second shuttle is going to be. All right, and we can build that right now because the research is done. So I'm going to go to space travel and then shuttle, and I could put it in this orientation, but I feel like, well, if I don't like it, I can always switch it, I suppose. But see, it's going to head straight out from that caution. I kind of want to imagine this as a big, like, docking bay door. And I do wish that we could get the shuttles to go out and come back the same way. That would be really cool. And then just have, like, some sort of shuttle door that allows it to come out. But it doesn't really matter, I guess, because of the way the game is designed. I am going to place this here, though, just as a... well, because I want to see what it looks like being oriented this direction. And it will have to come across the top now to land, but that's just is what it is. So, all right, so we'll have 2 shuttles now, and there's another teleporter that just went in. And this teleporter is, just like the others, it's going to get linked up to certain things. So we're going to link this up to this one, which has no connection. And then this one here, we're going to go ahead and link that up to the one that's down here. And they're all 2-way connections. There we go. So people can get in and out of here and move through this place really fast now, which is great. So Scarecrow just arrived, and it looks like it's done scavenging all the resources from Wild now, which is perfect. So we can go to one of these probed planets. I'm not sure exactly which one I'd like to focus. We've got copper and iron here. A lot of copper here, actually. Maybe... Xenolgil. I'm assuming the Z is not silent. I don't know. Could go there. We can also come maybe down. I don't know if these ones are necessarily worth it. There's a lot of quartz, but the only reason to come here is, I guess, to trade with the old Earth people. I want to see what they're up to. So why don't we travel to here, and then I guess we'll probably go in and say hi to the old Earth people, but then we're going to proceed to other planets that are more worth our time, specifically ones, hopefully, that have uranium. So I've got more probes, and I can go ahead and ship those out now. So now that we're going to be visiting in this area, we already know what's up there. Why don't we launch a probe here, and then we'll also go in and launch a probe to Barb Jewett. We'll see what that one's all about. And then that's a star. It says it's a star. Sather star, yeah. So there's no reason to probe that. But we can always go to, like, say, Sherman Worsta. See what that's all about. And I guess one more would be this Tortali here. And I always leave one probe just because it's easier to go in and, say, copy and then just launch them like this. Now, I know I could put them right side by side and have more of them, but I like them spaced out. I feel like it's a little more... You would want them spaced out, right? I feel a little more accurate there. Just kind of role playing it a little bit. I don't necessarily need to be, super realistic with everything, right? I don't need that, but there are some certain aspects of gaming where I do kind of like to look at it and go, what would I like to have here, It's like specifically in this area over here, right? We have a communication station. Braxton is going to be calling a robotics expert. At least that's what I've got him doing. And we'll get a robotics expert arriving, too. It looks like an oil trader is coming, and then a robotics expert is coming. And so these little communication stations, I like them facing me because the screens actually move. And I hadn't noticed that before when they were sideways. So I want some of these stations. You can see this one's moving too. Little details like that. I didn't notice that, but if you zoom right in, you can see that there's stuff moving on the screen. And I don't know if it's actually words you can read. It doesn't look like that's actually a language I can understand if there is. But we can see these things at different angles. So we've got 2 of the transporters, the tractor beams, set up for 2 different ones here, and they're kind of crossed. So this one on this side is focusing on that one, and this one's focusing on that one. I'm just going to leave that pattern go. So we'll have this back one here focus on this one here. And again, that allows us to pull in up to 4 crafts at once. We still have weaknesses in our defense on this side, but this side here is pretty well protected if I was to look at, you know, all the different ranges. I mean, there are angles where it could come in and not get shot at, but I still have to kind of cover this area, and we'll be doing that as we go, because we're constantly producing, we're constantly doing work with the crafting stations and stuff, making transistors and microchips and all sorts of stuff. And Hobogoblin has a gun, and that's great. So we're gonna get everybody. Let's see, Fury has one too. We're gonna get everybody armed. Okay. We're gonna be very hard to kill after this series of events takes place. I want to be very difficult. I'm just gonna up the brightness here a little bit and maybe take down that blue light just a hair. It's a little intense on the blue light there. There we go. There we go. More probes are ready to go. Those are pretty cheap, actually, relative to anything else. We are down on plastic, microchips looks like, but everything else has been delivered for our new shuttlecraft, which is great. We're going to call this one Firefly. And this one will have no device wear, although this device wear is really low, so I don't mind. And then I think we're just waiting for microchips here. Yeah, nuclear reactor. So maybe the robotics expert will have microchips we can buy. I don't know. That's possible. So where is our ship? Right here. And we don't have any information on any factions or anything that are here waiting for us. So I guess we just get down to the surface and get the stuff. So let's go ahead and take our expeditions and enter the planet. And we're going to mine everything we can. And I want to use the bots that can increase. So Hobogoblin's 6.0 mining, he's done. He's got his full mining skill now. I'm going to pull him back. We're going to get somebody else a turn to level up their skills. Tack? I think Olympia can go. 3 of our big robots can go. Put them in the shuttle and get out of here. Goodbye. I'm also expanding my RAM. As you can see, periodically Dark Dragon comes down here and expands the RAM. And because we need to get up there to RAM to proceed with our next... We're doing force fields right now, which is a lot of power, but we'll be able to handle that pretty soon. And then I'd like to get to... maybe black hole seems interesting. Like, we can go to that black hole that's on that map, and there's a void ripper here. And we can just travel to a random galaxy. I doubt that we'll... like, if we somehow play this game to exhaust everything in this galaxy, highly doubtful, we could then use the black hole to go to a different galaxy if you want to. So that's kind of interesting. But I wanted to get down into terraforming eventually, right? And the terraform controls will be here. We'll have all that stuff in the bridge. So we have, controls. All this stuff here, I think, just gets built and maybe taken down to the surface. But there's a control station that will manage all that stuff. And that will, again, go into the bridge. So this bridge is not just for a control station. There's going to be lots of stuff here. You can see I'm moving security consoles here and here. I don't exactly know if we'll need security there, but there's that. And then we can always move this stuff out of the way, move it back. We have the communication station here, obviously, our tractor beams. And then there will be other stations. For the terraforming, we'll have another station in here. And so all of our control stations will take place in this little semicircle. I think is a pretty cool little assortment. And I'm going to also go in and double up this too. I don't think I really necessarily need to double that up, but yeah, we can. Yeah, we'll double everything up there. It's fine. We're going to block certain things from being able to get repaired, but I don't think it'll matter much. And then we'll just really quickly relocate the telescope. It's still scanning. I don't know what the purpose of the telescope scanning again once we found a planet, but perhaps it's like false flags. Like this one could work, but then we arrive and it's not going to work, right? Which would make sense to me if that was the case. So can't imagine things are always perfect from a telescope. Sherman Worstra has a whole bunch of crude oil, some water, silicon, quartz, copper, etc. So that's pretty good. A little note for the dev, and I'm aware of this. I'm choosing not to exploit it. Okay. Although there is a trader on its way, so I will do it if they're on their way. But I'm choosing not to exploit this. But note to the dev, you really should balance oil and petroleum, because if you just over and over again, here's a hack in the game basically that just makes it stupid easy. Just keep calling oil traders, keep buying all of their oil, set up a massive refinery setup for processing oil. Like get like 6 of these things, right? And just process that into petroleum and then sell that to another trader, and you'll just print money. You'll have millions upon millions of credits. You'll never want for anything again. All you have to do is just buy every bit of crude oil, convert it, sell all the petroleum. It's too easy. So anyway, we'll take a look at that actually, so you guys can see it when the oil trader gets here in 8 hours. And I wanted to just show you how that works. I'm hoping the robotics trader also has some mechs. I could build them myself, but I just think it's, you know, I could just buy them too. I have a lot of money. So we'll just get them, and that's good. We'll add to our collection here. We have CPU units are almost completely upgraded, just waiting on microchips, transistors, etc. And it looks like we're making battery cells with this thing. Not anymore. We're making microchips now. I could probably get another one of these. You know, put them right here. I bet you know, that's probably a good idea. Let's build a copy of these, and why don't we have them? Ooh, got an incoming stasis pod. Now, hang on. I'm going to build 2 more of those things. Hang on. Incoming stasis pod. Where's the pod? Incoming stasis pod. All right. Now, if we want to be really secure about this, because it's going to land here in the tail, and it could have enemies. Maybe we don't want those to have enemies. So let's go to one of these tractor beams and see if we can... no projectiles. So select stasis pod. So we're going to get hopefully somebody. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. It's, oh, that's cool. Look at this. Look at this. What is this doing? And it's going to reach out. Oh my goodness. It's going to reach out and it's going to pull this over. Oh boy. Now, does this happen gradually or what? You can see the line is moving. The point at which it's going to land is being shifted. So the earlier you react to this, the better. That's cool. Now I have to wonder if I set 2 of them on there, just because I can have both of them do it. Yep, both of them can do it. And does this cause it to happen even more rapidly? So I want to come down and check this out. Does this move in bigger increments now? It kind of looks like it's moving faster, right? So we could control where anything lands, and we want it to land way out here. And you can see the targets are highlighting, ready to go, so we get a good test on this. Now, it may not be hostile. It may just be fine, but if it is hostile, if there are enemies here, we got guns pointed directly at their faces, ready to melt them, okay? And if it just happens to be items or something, then we'll go out and get them. No big deal. So it's just way outside the ship. We pull it right here where all the guns are facing it, and I think this is great. I love the effects, though. It's just really cool, these little particle effects. I'm so glad this isn't like, you know, a big blue tube. I was worried it was gonna be a big blue tube or something, but this is so much cooler, in my opinion. And the fact that there's 2 separate ones, and there's like really variable, it feels very organic, you know? I'm digging that. That seems awesome. Now, how much power is this using while we're pulling that in? I imagine it's only 50 kilowatt. That's not bad. Kind of feel like it should be a little bit. I mean, that kind of power should be really more powerful than that, I feel like, but it's fine. So the next step in this defense is to go for force fields, and then we'll have a force field. We're basically going to want to cover this area with overlapping force fields so that nothing can really hit this and penetrate this anyway. But the idea really is that the bridge is a very secure place. Okay. Now we also have this area, which is our safe room. And there's direct access to the bridge from the safe room too. But the idea behind it, the philosophy behind it is like, this is like the cockpit. And you would want this to be heavily guarded room. You would not want any intruders to ever be able to get in here. But there's multiple rooms. There's a room here, there's a room down here. And then I wonder if there's really any merit. And I don't think there is, just because these things shoot like explosive projectiles. But if there was a way for me to stage like a guard post of some kind in this room, and I could have some of my citizens with their guns just sitting on post as their job, I think that would be cool. And if the game gets developed further, where we have more types of engagements and stuff, I think that would be a very cool thing. Have some sort of guard post that we can put down. Pretty cheap research, I would think, just because, I mean, I'm not sure how technically advanced you have to be to, station guards at a specific spot. But I mean, and maybe you do have to, because again, we can't control people. So maybe we could do that ourselves manually when we start mind controlling. Maybe you have to have mind control in order for the guard post to work. That would be something. But you could always have bots stationed there too, like a sentry post, right? The sentry bots could just have a stationed point at which they sit around and they wait for danger, and we could guard this room. If nothing else, it's just, for roleplay's sake, we can guard the room. Shuttle's returning, and there's a merchant. So we have one merchant, and this is their offer. They've got sentry drones. This is the robotics expert. I'll take that one. Thank you very much. We got copper gears, transistors. We're gonna buy a bunch of transistors so that I don't have to make them, and we can focus our efforts on other things. Let's just go like that, I guess. And we could also buy some copper so we can make other things with it too. Actually, maybe we'll just buy a bunch of copper too. Nah, we're mining the copper. It's no big deal. Yeah, gears. I mean, we could have a few more gears, I suppose. We're building robots and everything. So, okay, cool. And our offer is going to be petroleum if we have any left, which we don't. This guy won't buy it anyway. Okay, no big deal. That's our buy. That's 77K. We got 1 million, so let's buy it. We now have 2 sentry drones. Oh, this is exciting stuff. Look at these things pulling it in. Meow. And then there's a new trader now. Another trader, and this guy's got to be the oil guy, right? No? Who is this guy? Was the last guy the oil trader? That makes sense. I wanted to show you something. Apparently I don't have to. Let's buy spacesuits. Yeah, we'll buy like 2 helmets. And we'll buy, I think, all your suits. Sure. All your suits there. F. And gray suits for the men. And we'll buy all. You know what? We'll just take everything you got. And I'll just give you cash. Have a good day. Just trying to get it all in there. Getting 1 million credits for discovering a world is also very weird. Now, I would say if you could get 1 million credits if you discover it and then confirm it by like getting to it maybe, but 1 million credits seems like a lot of credits. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, so there's going to be this thing has landed on this pad now. Very good. And it's just going to be there. Now we have our guns, right? Guns are pointed right at it. And if it ends up being enemies, we just blow the shit up. And if that doesn't work, then they'll work their way towards the base, which is going to ultimately lead to us needing to respond coming out of these teleporters. But I'm hoping that we shoot them. I'm not sure that works, though. What's the description on this gun? I probably should have read this first. Needs basic directional energy weapon. It doesn't actually say that it only shoots at things floating in space, so I would hope that if there is an enemy in here, we would destroy it. Just pulverize it. These things are really cheap to rebuild, so let's see. Oh yeah, Yeah. Crawlers came out of the stasis pod. Look at how fast that happened. Not just melted, completely obliterated them. They didn't have a chance. It was 0.5 seconds. Oh no, they're all dead. What happened? And then all the materials from breaking down, and then we just rebuild, right? Then we just repair all this, we rebuild it, and then we set it up again. So now instead of having to deal with crawlers in here, we just blow their ass up and proceed with our day. That was so fast. It was like, yeah, one shot, boom, dead. It was one shot. It was four guns at once is what it was. So there's no chance of survival. And the same thing would be happening for pretty much anything that wants to come in and kill us, right? Is going to be that. Now, of course, if we build a copy of these, obviously we have to reconnect them, but that's not that much of a burden when you consider that we no longer have to deal with threats. Not having to do with threats is a big deal. And you know, we could probably no, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So we just leave that like it was. Is this how it was? It was just this little pad like that, right? I think that's about how it was. Maybe this is the oil trader. Yeah, this is the oil trader. So he sells plastic and rubber. These two things, this could totally be offered by the generalist, right? Like you could have other traders that could offer these two resources. But if I buy all of this crude oil, there's 1,800 units of this. If I buy all of this for 183K, all I have to do is if I turn this into petroleum, this 183K is going to be like $1 million. There's a huge price difference between those two products. Like I could just do that right now and show you. So 183, we'll do that. So how much was this? This was 1.9 thousand units. So almost 2,000 units of crude oil is what this was, right? So remember this price for the future, and we'll show you how broken it is. 183,600, right? Was from just barely 2,000 units of crude oil. And I can just straight up buy this. But petroleum, right? This is, crude oil is $97 each unit. Petroleum is 177. So I guess it wouldn't be $1 million, but like it's a lot, right? So I can sell this, for example, and then just trade that. And now, you know, all that stuff will go in and it gets processed. So if petroleum and oil could be closer in price, I would say maybe make crude oil be like 120, petroleum be like 135. Then it would kind of, I think at that point, it would probably remove the exploitability of it as well. Because it's very easy to obtain that resource, very easy to convert it, I guess is what I'm saying. All right, we'll just reconnect these things. So we've got, you're supposedly connected there, but I don't believe you. There you go. And then you're connected. Yep. And then you're connected. And then you're connected. Yep. And then do I need to reconnect these? Yep. So we'll just reconnect this with the target. There we go. And then you'll reconnect you with your target. And there you go. And that's it. So rather than dealing with crawlers and the potential harm that can be caused by the crawlers, we just kill them. And this will be the same thing for raiders, right? Now, what if there are two pods? Well, we'll pull the one in here. We'll pull the other one closer to it too. And we'll just be shooting them as we pull them closer. They would start getting shot at because we know they're breach pods. We know they're hostile. We will be shooting them as they are being pulled towards this. We'll probably blow them up before they get here is another thing I'm hoping for, is that we'll end up blowing them up and we won't have to rebuild it because they will have been pulled closer to it this whole time. But that's why we have so many guns in the front and not as many in the back. But there might be some things that I just simply can't avoid, and that's why there's stuff in the back too. Eventually. Okay, let me let this run for a little bit. We did obviously scan these other planets, and this one's got copper, silicon. Okay, so we know where that stuff is. We saw Sherman Worcester already. Barbawet. Lots of stuff on that planet, but no uranium. Sarastro Beige. Also no uranium. So we're gonna have to look at that. That's something we need to find is uranium. And I'm wondering, did our other... Can we probe anything else? Scarecrow's returned. Let's see if we can send a probe to Chinese Wilson. Sorry, what? Send a probe to Chinese Wilson. And Ed Welda will send a probe there as well, just to see what that's all about. And let's send one to these ones up here. We'll go with Benigi. Send a probe there. And then we'll send another one to Jaff. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and construct copies of those. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. And then with those copies in place, we now launch one more probe over to Jenna. Yep, there we go. And then we'll go ahead and just build a copy and put it there. Okay. Probing a whole bunch of planets, looking for that sweet uranium so we can keep our reactors flowing. But again, this thing flows for a long time. It goes for a long time. We have a lot of storage, so not really worried about it as much. Some of these things were taking petroleum. They were burning petroleum, but that's fine. This thing we can put in. Another processor efficiency upgrade would be nice. I think you're making other things now, right? No. You're just 53% done with one. Okay. And then this is another disk compression upgrade. There's actually a stockpile here, so we'll move that over here too. Get this connected, get these connected for more RAM, baby. There we go. Okay, we've fully mined Nogil. So we can go to one of these other planets. I'm going to focus, I think, heading towards this one because of the old Earth people. I want to see them. Maybe we'll just go there. And we'll get a bunch of silicon. Well, we don't want to... I mean, they said they're peaceful people, so they're probably okay with us just, barging in there and taking all their stuff. I also want to see if on the map, as we proceed... Which we're going very fast. As we proceed towards this planet, can we see this one in the background as we pass over it? I just want to know if that's something the game will allow me to do. Do we just like whip past that planet super fast and see it on the map? It should be coming up over here. Yes, we do. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Just right past it. I love it. Pretty fast too. Nice. All right, cool. Not enough petroleum. Yeah. We'll have enough petroleum soon, okay? Don't worry about it. Look, see? We're making it really fast. See? Storage, bunch of petroleum. Just go bring it over there, okay? And then this is what we're processing the rock, too. So, we've arrived. Good, and we've already probed all these other places, too. So, Jenna's been probed, and there's no... Damn. No uranium there. No uranium here. And... no uranium here. I'd like to get a natural source of uranium. I can buy it. I just don't want to buy it. But this one looks like it's got a lot of stuff, so we could probably stop here. I want to stop anywhere that's got titanium, so definitely there and there. Okay, so we can now probe this if I want to as well, so launch that probe. Let's go ahead and just probe Prado, I suppose. We'll try to launch a probe there too. And this one's called probe. Oh no, this is a probe. This is a probe. It's still on its way over to Chinese Wilson. Right, we haven't gotten there yet. Chinese Wilson. We gotta get there first. This one had life support stuff and oil, so we want to go to Sherman Worstra too. At this point, so like, there's a lot of places we want to travel, right? And the goal, of course, is to just get to the habitable, the habitable world for us. That's the ultimate goal. But I feel like, and perhaps I'm wrong. Oh, I can't connect that one. Well, I can disconnect this, and also, I can't reach that other one. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just connect it there, and you can do that and that. No, you already did that. Cool. I feel like we can't get there, right, to a new galaxy because we don't have the ability for people to cryogenically sleep and stuff. But At the same time, we could also just go through black holes until we randomly get to that galaxy. There aren't that many galaxies. And eventually, we could get there. And if it's instant travel, we won't need the cryostasis pod. It's an idea. I'm not entirely sure how developed the game is yet, but getting 256 RAM is... Yikes, you know? Like, that's a lot of RAM. That's what it is, right? 256 RAM. All the way over here. Get this? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, if the people die that are already awake, doesn't matter. They had a long life in space. They lived their lives. They just got old, right? It'd be necessary for intergalactic flight to prevent your colonists from aging. The long-term travel, right? It's very, very hard to get there. And in order to get there, really, we would need FTL engines anyway. And so here we are, FTL engines, FTL propulsion, and 128 memory. Like, this is a lot of RAM, man. So I might have to set up, like, another... I could do it in here, actually. Just do, like, tear this down and do, like, another RAM, like a server farm for RAM. But there's only 2 each. 2 RAM each. So to get where I need to be, I'm at 82 units now, which I think means I can do what I want to do here. I can do nuclear storage now. I want to get to advanced solar, but even then, I need way more than double of what I already have. I need triple of the RAM what I already have. And that sounds daunting. It's doable. It's just, that's a lot of resources, you know? So, like, I'd have to go for these memory modules. We'd have to basically bring them over here and, like, just stash them everywhere. Or make one giant room. And just have that giant room be, you know, the thing. We are here at the planet we wanted to be at here, Dagestan. And we can trade. And they have petroleum, which they sell for 214. They have atmosphere mix. They have bio-enriched water. They've got clothing. They've got crawlers. We could buy some of their clothing, so we have to make it ourselves. Let our people do other things. They have a construction bot. They have a couple of them. Might as well. It's cheap. We got lots of money now. Coffee beans, bread. They got bio-enriched water. I don't know what it takes to make this, but wow, look at that, dude. 54 million. Okay, I can't just buy anything I want then. You can do a couple of these because it would just speed up things in the future. We can grab maybe one cleaning bot because I think one died. And then they got a ton of uranium. So we can just take their uranium for almost all of our money. How about we go with like 70 units of it right now? Yeah. And then, so like we're going to spend all that extra money. Oh, shit, maybe a million isn't a big deal. Maybe a million is not actually as much as I think it is. I mean, inflation has been hitting, right? Wowzers. There's a whole bunch of this stuff. Reactor efficiency upgrades. We can grab a couple of those just so we don't have to make them. And another shuttle upgrade. We have 2 shuttles now. Let's get the upgrades for it. And that is going to cost me half my cash, half my remaining cash. Let's just go ahead and get that. And we can now install those remaining upgrades here. So we'll get a shuttle upgrade right there. And then wherever, I guess wherever they are, if they could bring it, that'd be nice. Bring the whole stack, but it's fine. They can get here super quickly because of the teleporters, right? You don't need to have things really close together in this game because teleporters exist. They could just go to the opposite end of the ship and then come right back and boom, there they are. Very, very fast. So now both shuttles can have 450 units. So let's take Firefly out for a ride. This is the shuttle, and if I wanted to rename it, it's Vaticana. Rename Vaticana to Firefly. There you go. Done. So now we can take Firefly out for a spin down to these guys who are peaceful people who won't mind us at all going down to their planet to scavenge their resources. And I will have you guys grab... I thought you had more than just this. I'll have you guys grab it all. Have a good time. Go out and get it. And then does the shuttle leave straight down? Oh, wait, what? What happened? I thought you would take this one. Oh, you know what I did? I probably clicked the wrong freaking... I don't know, like in the menu somewhere. I bet I clicked the wrong one. Yeah, Scarecrow. So wait, can I not... Now I'm confused. Am I not able to use the shuttle? Wait, what? Am I not able to use this? Expeditions. It just says Scarecrow. Instead of... Ah, okay. I must have done something weird where... Yeah. Okay, so here's how it works. Here, I'll say. So I clicked this button, and it lists both of my... It probably listed both of my stuff. And then I just chose this one because it was Scarecrow. So this is like a menu for expeditions in general, not for this specific craft. But we can send everybody down, right? Or, right, we could send them down like they are now, and then we can go to another planet, which is what I originally wanted to do anyway. So we can go to like Neath here, grab all this stuff, I guess. Let's just do that right now. We'll see the benefits of having multiple shuttles here. So we're going to leave Scarecrow there to do the stuff that it does. And then we travel up to Neath. And then we have a new expedition that drops them down there. And then also it looks like we have worker shut down because I don't have enough CPU. Yeah, I need more CPU. Now that I added those extra bots on. I'm all over the place. Do you guys like how flighty I am sometimes? No, Charlie, we don't. I think it's annoying. Okay, well, sorry I asked. Just kidding. I'm not sorry. I'm gonna add these two here, and then I need more RAM. Gosh, I think that's the. Stop. Okay. So we're in the middle of flight. We have breach capsules. 3 of them incoming. 3 breach capsules incoming. Let's put this to the test. Let's do this. First tractor beam. Select breach capsule number 1. Second tractor beam. Select breach capsule number 2. Third tractor beam. No, let's do 4th tractor beam. Select breach capsule number 3. And if there's any of them that are straggling a bit, then we'll put the other one on that one. So we've got a hold of these breach capsules, and we're going to start pulling them in. All right, there we go. Let's get him in here. Is this guy not being pulled? Doesn't look like he's being pulled. Well, he might be. Can't tell. There doesn't seem to be any particles latching onto this one. So which one is this one? This is at 437, 125. So let's get this guy. Oh, that's right. This isn't configured yet. Target is going to be this one. And then, are you configured? That's why you're not working. So new target is this one. Okay, now you should start working. And we'll have you, tractor beam, select the one that's straggling over here. Yep, this one right here. All right, so we should be able to pull them right in. Now, are we going to shoot them? We should start shooting them when they get in range. Like they are, yeah, we're already shooting at them. So as they get pulled into this area, we start shooting, and these explosions will do, I think, some spread damage here too. So like if they're close by, they start getting hit by both of them. And then as they get closer and closer, we just start obliterating them. Yes, this is perfect. Oh yes, and it didn't destroy my platform. Oh, see, it works. GG, yay! Now, the unfortunate side effect of doing that is that we don't get any of the resources for breaking down those breach pods. That is the one downside of this. There's no spoils for that. And I kind of wish there was, because there'd be debris, right? But small price to pay for the fact that there will be no one boarding our ship today. That is how that works. We've got a good test of our defenses today. Oh, that's great. I'm excited. Let's check these probes really quick, and then we can call it a day. There's copper there, no uranium. Chinese Wilson. Come on, Chinese Wilson. Yes, Chinese Wilson. There's uranium on Chinese Wilson. We're definitely going to Chinese Wilson. Jenna. Okay, nothing there. Let's go to Jaff. Okay, basic resources there. And the final one is Benigni. And there's basic resources there too. And they're very close together here, so we could probably do both of these too. So Chinese Wilson is our uranium planet we want to go to in this system. There's a lot of stuff. Could be a planet, could be a moon. I don't know. Things are kind of just spread out. But at least we have information on all of these places. I'm digging it. And now that we're here, we can send the other shuttle down to the surface of this one. And yeah, go to Neath. Yep. And we'll send you guys down there, minus Dark Dragon, because I need him to construct things. And we'll send, let's say, Doctor instead. Go ahead. Have fun. Enjoy your time. Leave out the main docking bay here. Yep, straight out the door. Perfect. Looks real nice. I like that. And then as it's gone, as this thing goes, we will just travel back. Right? We'll travel back. This thing's still mining, right? So now we can go back to where that's mining, which is, down here. Scarecrow Shuttle's here. So we just go back to this planet. Here we go. And now we can mine 2 planets at once. Now, I know it's a little more micromanagey, but it's also fun because the game is fun that way. I'm having a good time, and I hope you guys are too. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you. Like the video if you like it, subscribe, and all that stuff if you haven't already. I hope you will. It takes a couple of seconds to hit that like button, and it really helps out. So if you can. Obviously, if you don't like the video, then don't do it. But if you like them, show that love. Help support the channel's growth from now. Yeah? Good. All right. Take it easy, guys. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.